Hello, I'm Rita Tita Gita Mayor. Thank you so much for subscribing this channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, so that others will also be equipped about their potential and purpose. In this channel, you will receive wisdom for living. We are now on day 282. The enemy of distractions. So, isa sa mga enemies ng potential na pwedeng maghadlang na pag-release ng ating potentials ay distraction. Mga nag-distract, sidetrack, ayan. So, ang text natin makita sa Luke chapter 10 verse 40, but Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me. Yan. So, maraming pinagkakaabalahan. So, si Martha, pero si Mary ay alam niya kung ano yung right thing to do at that moment. Si Martha ay na-distract. So, yun yung sabi ni Jesus Christ sa kanya. Lord, don't you care? Sabi niya, sabihan mo naman si Mary, tulungan ako. Yun yung time na si Jesus Christ ay nandun sa kanila. Pero si Mary ay pinili niya. Pero na makinig kay Jesus, si Martha naman ay pinili niya na ma-distract sa mga good things. Good naman yung kanyang ginagawa. So, para mas clear at maintindihan natin, isang illustration kasi ito na being distracted by good things, but not the right thing. So, ito. We have been studying the enemies of potential yesterday. We looked at how the opinions of others affect us. So, ito yung kahapon na na-discuss natin. And the next enemy we face is distraction. So, kung gusto nyo manood, hindi nyo pa napanood yung kahapon, i-click nyo lang yung 281. Yan. Ito kasi day 282. So, now is distractions. Number 8, enemies of potential. This is one of the principal enemies of maximizing potential. All of us have had the experience of walking into another room and saying, now, why did I come here? We had a purpose when we decided to go into the other room, but something between our decision to go and the moment we arrived sidetracked us from our original intention. So, siguro nakaranas din kayo, no? Pupunta, kunin ko pala yung dito, yung mga gamit ko. Tapos pagpasok mo sa room, ay may iba kang nakita. So, na-distract ka na. So, yung original intention mo, instead na kukunin mo yung mga gamit mo dyan, ay naglinis ka na, na-sidetrack ka. So, sa buhay natin, yung intention natin, ay napakaganda. Nung una, napakaganda yung pasok mo, kasi alam mo yung intention mo, yung purpose mo. Kalaunan, nilamon ka ng sistema, parang ganun din. So, those are distractions that are also good but not right. So, may mga bagay na akala natin ay para sa layunin natin. So, we must identify what is good and what is right. So, para hindi tayo ma-distract at malimutan natin yung ating intention. Satan uses distractions to stop our progress toward a goal, or at least to change the speed of that progress. If he cannot convince us that our dream is wrong, he'll throw other things into our path to show the development of our vision, or he'll push us and induce us to move ahead of God's timetable. One of Satan's most successful devices is to preoccupy us with good things to distract us from the right things. Ayan, yung example natin kanina kay Mary at saka si Martha. Sa text natin. So, si Martha ay na-distract siya ng mga good things. Maganda naman yung naghahanda siya para kay Jesus, nag-prepare siya ng food. Pero itong si Mary ay hindi good thing yung kanyang pinili, kundi yung right thing. Ano yung right thing? Nakinig siya kay Jesus kasi alam niya, hindi naman lagi si Jesus Christ nasa kanila. So ngayon, pinuri siya, sinabihan ni Martha si Jesus, pero kung basahin mo yung tuloy-tuloy doon na text ay nagsabi si Jesus Christ na pinili ni Mary ang right, pero si Martha ay na-distract sa maraming bagay. So, ikaw, ano ba yung good things at saka right things? So, yung good thing ay mabuti naman yung intention mo. Kaya lang, hindi siya makakatulong doon sa purpose mo. So, kapag yung ginagawa mo ay mabuti, hindi siya right. Bakit? paano hindi right? Kasi nga, hindi naman siya ayon sa iyong layunin sa buhay. For example, for me, ang layunin ko ay maging isang, kumbaga, I'm a teacher, it's my passion. And the dream that God has put in my heart ay to see the Philippines living like heaven on earth. So ngayon, paano ako ma-distract sa mga bagay-bagay? For example, inoferan ako ng isang work na kung saan ay magkakaroon ako ng connection. Pero, in that work, na-distract ako dun sa mga programs, mga activities, na yung aking original intention na supposed to be influence yung Philippines ay hindi na, kasi nakafocus na ako dun sa mga activities, dun sa programs, activities na company na yan, at hindi ko na napaglaanan ng panahon yung aking intention, yung aking purpose. So, good thing siya kasi nagpapatuloy pa din ako, nagtatrabaho naman ako, passion ko pa din yung ginagawa ko. Kaya lang hindi na siya in line doon sa aking layunin. So, nagiging good thing na lang siya, right thing ay hindi na. So, mahalaga. So, titignan mo ngayon, not every opportunity, sabi nila, opportunities comes once. So, pero, mag-ingat ka din sa opportunity na yan kasi nga, pwede, sabi niya rito, Satan uses distractions. Ayan. Nagtuthrough din siya sa atin ng mga distraction para ma-detour ka, mahadlangan ka, para sa yung goal. Baka malamon ka or malimutan mo or ma-change yung speed mo, hindi na mabilis. Instead na 20 years, naging 30 years, o hindi na natapos. So, be careful with the distraction. So, ang isa ditong gawin natin is to identify whether what you are doing is good or right. So, good things are distractions. Pag sinabi natin good things, mabuti naman yan. Wala namang kasalanan yan. Maayos naman yan. But, you have to see to it that the opportunity that is being open for you ay tignan mo kung ito ba ay makakatulong sa layunin mo o hindi. So, pag hindi siya nakakatulong, nakaka-distract yan, ibig sabihin, mag-slow down na instead na maayos mo, ma-fulfill mo yung vision mo, ay tumagal ka. So, napakahalaga na alam natin kung ang ginagawa natin ay good or right. So, right if it is according to your purpose, good kung hindi ito makakatulong or magpapabagal sa purpose mo na matupad o ma-release ang iyong potential. Then perhaps God has planted the seed of a dream that He wants you to accomplish 20 years from now. Between then and now, He has many other plans for your life. Let that seed incubate and proceed cautiously as you stay open to God's leading in that area. He will reveal when the timing is right. Never sacrifice the right thing for a good thing. So dito ay, for example, yung plan ni God, sabi rito ay, you need to accomplish that in 20 years. Pero between 20 years and, halimbawa dito sa A, to papunta sa D na 20 years, ay sabi niya rito ay maraming plano ang Lord. So let that seed na nilagay niya sa heart mo ay ma-incubate. Because distraction can also be in the form of fast track. Ibig sabihin, lalo na ngayon, mahilig na tayo yung mga instant, mabilisan. So, dahil ang tagal naman na matupad yung dream ko, so mayroong shortcut. So, pinili mo yung shortcut, pero be cautious. Baka mamaya, yung shortcut mo, mabilisan mo, ay naging na nagpa-delay pa tuloy. So, be careful whether that is right or good. So, the opportunities, once, sabi nga nila, yung sabi ko kanina, isang business lang, minsan lang, but not every opportunity na dumarating sa'yo ay i-grab mo, you check first whether that is a good thing or a right thing. So, dapat malaman mo, baka hindi naman yan right thing, baka good thing lang at ma-detour ka or ma-slow down ka or ma-delay ka sa iyong pagtupad ng iyong layunin sa buhay. So, be careful. Tandaan, good thing kapag hindi naman ito nakakatulong sa purpose mo, pero pag nakakatulong, that is a right thing. So, be careful. Everything that doesn't help, yun yung sinasabi ko kanina, our progress hinders it. This is true because obeying God too soon or too late is disobedience. Therefore, we must be careful not to get drawn into good activities that distract us from our overall purpose. God requires our prompt response to Him throughout the journey. So makinig din tayo, baka kinukonvict na tayo ni Lord o sinasabihan ka na ng Holy Spirit, pero ginadelay mo. Ibig sabihin, baka hindi pa ngayon, baka ano pa. So, be careful and be cautious. Yun yung sabi kanina. Na tignan mo, everything that doesn't help our progress hinders it. So, kung hindi ito nakakatulong sa pag-improve, paglago, o pagtupad ng iyong layunin, hintuan mo, pwede makahadlang yan. At yung pag-disobey, yung conviction at yung igagagayad ka rin ni God. So, we must be careful na dahil sa dami kasi gustong-gusto natin may activity, ayaw natin yung yung may nakatunga lang, walang ginagawa. So, you always want to have that program, to have that activities. So, be careful with the program, with the activities, with the project that you are doing. Baka nakaka-distract yan sa purpose mo at nakakahadlang sa pag-release ng iyong purpose, ng iyong potential. So, but pagka ikaw ay been prompt ng Holy Spirit, so you have to obey. Do not delay para hindi rin ma-delay yung journey mo to your destiny. And that's the purpose. You dream. So, kailangan maging careful. So, hindi lang dapat na yun yung ating gagawin. So, be careful. Obedience part of the way is really disobedience. We must be true then to our whole vision over the long haul, because true obedience to God is doing what He says, when He says, the way He says, as long as He says, until He says, stop. So, pag sinabi niya na tuloy-tuloy ka. Pag sinabi niyang stop, stop. So, that's why it's very important to be careful, to listen to the Holy Spirit. So, when we make a decision, always ask the Lord. So, kapag ka may project or may dumarating na opportunity, you ask the Lord, lead you, to guide you, be sensitive, and discern whether this is a good thing or the right thing. Kasi kung good thing, makadisobey tayo, madelay, maditor tayo. Pagtupad, good way naman yun sana, but we don't obey the conviction. So, it's very important. So, maliban na hindi siya nakakatulong sa pagprogreso mo or sa pagtupad ng layunin, it's a conviction of the Holy Spirit because He is there to guide us. So, just do what He says. So, mahalaga yun. Because distractions take us off course, we cannot maximize our potential if we allow ourselves to be distracted from faithfully obeying Him every step of the way. Even if God, in His love and mercy, permits us to get back on course, we cannot recover the time and effort we wasted being distracted. So, tama. Hindi mo pwedeng ibalik ang panahon, sabi nila. Kung pwede lang, even though mayroong time machine na napapanood natin, nakikita natin, may time machine. But, time machine is just fiction, kumbaga, katang-isip lang yon. Now, yung mga nag-google natin na sa paggawa ng good thing, dahil hindi naman ito makakatulong sa ating pagprogreso para matupad yung ating layunin, masasayang yung ating effort, masasayang yung ating oras. So, many things will be wasted. Your time, your effort, siyempre yung strength mo, masasayang yun at hindi mo na may babalik yun. That's why it's very important to be careful. And God is always there. So, paano mo malaman? I know and I believe you also know that in your heart, God will promise us. Hindi naman ganun kahirap eh. We just need to take time. Yan. And practice listening to the Holy Spirit and allowing Him to lead us, to guide us. That always pray, Lord, I don't want to do things according to my way. I don't want to do things according to my action or according to what I want to be. Ako, ang lagi kong panalangin is, Lord, continue to help me. You want me to be, what you want me to do, what you want me to say. So Lord, ayoko nang gumawa ng mga bagay-bagay na hindi mo ako sinasabihan, mga bagay-bagay na hindi naman ito ayon sa iyong layunin, hindi naman ito makakatulong sa pagprogreso ko, sa pagtupad ng aking layunin. So always pray that prayer because God will guide you and the Holy Spirit will also be there para ma-discern mo yung mga distraction, whether they are blessing or good thing. Ayan. God is the only one who knows where you are going and what is the best way to get there. The fulfillment of your potential is His hope and joy. To maximize your life, You must stay focused on your purpose and avoid distractions through discipline. So let's discipline ourselves. Yung sinasabi nila na pay na, enjoy now, pay later. So yung sige, mag-enjoy ka ngayon tapos later on saka ka magbabayad. Ayan, parang utang, no? Now, be careful. So that's why it's very important to be sensitive to the Holy Spirit. God will guide you. Pero sa bawat isa na, pag di ka naglalaan ng panahon, so every morning is very important, or every time you make a decision, you have a project, there's an opportunity, kailangan ay mag-consult tayo sa ating hari, sa ating tagapaglikha, sa banal na Espiritu Santo na siya ang gagabay sa bawat isa sa atin. So, discipline yourself so that you will not be distracted by many things. So, thanks for watching. God bless. So, if you have any comment or testimony about distraction, just leave a comment below.